Imagine a journey through Xbox's history filled with triumphs, innovations, and moments Microsoft would rather forget. From hardware debacles to strategic missteps, join us as we uncover the scene. 7 more huge Xbox fails Microsoft wants you to forget. We will start with Red Ring of Death Crisis. The Red Ring of Death Crisis refers to a widespread hardware issue that plagued the Xbox 360 console shortly after its release in 2005. The RROD was indicated by 3 flashing red lights around the power button, signaling a critical system failure. This issue was primarily attributed to overheating and poor soldering of the console's GPU and CPU. The RROD crisis affected a significant number of Xbox 360 consoles worldwide, causing frustration among users who faced sudden system failures and the inability to play games or use their consoles. Microsoft initially struggled to address the problem effectively, leading to a high rate of returns and repairs under warranty. The crisis not only damaged Microsoft's reputation, but also incurred substantial financial losses due to extended warranty programs and repair costs. In response, Microsoft eventually implemented hardware revisions to mitigate the RROD issue in later models of the Xbox 360. They also extended warranties for affected consoles and took steps to improve customer support and communication. Up next, we have Kinect, from hype to discontinuation. Kinect was a motion-sensing input device developed by Microsoft for the Xbox 360 and later the Xbox One consoles. It was initially unveiled with significant hype and promise, marketed as a revolutionary way to interact with games and entertainment using gestures and voice commands without the need for a traditional controller. During its early years, Kinect enjoyed immense popularity and sales success, breaking records as the fastest-selling consumer electronics device at its launch in 2010. Its appeal lay in its innovative technology that allowed players to engage in games and navigate menus through physical movements and voice commands. This made gaming more accessible to a wider audience, including casual and family gamers. Despite its initial popularity, support for Kinect in terms of game titles and software integration gradually declined. Many third-party developers and even Microsoft itself shifted focus away from Kinect, leading to a lack of compelling content that fully utilized its capabilities. Kinect's practical applications beyond gaming were limited, despite efforts to integrate it into various aspects of Xbox and Windows experiences, such as navigation and media control. This limited its appeal and utility compared to traditional controllers. Kinect's hardware limitations, including accuracy issues with motion tracking and voice recognition, hindered its adoption for more complex gaming experiences. These limitations became more apparent over time as expectations for gaming technology evolved. As interest in Kinect waned and sales declined, Microsoft eventually made the decision to discontinue the Kinect sensor as a standalone product in 2017. This move marked the end of Kinect's journey as a core part of the Xbox ecosystem. Now, we will discuss Xbox One reveal and DRM Backlash. The Xbox One reveal and DRM Backlash refers to a significant event in Xbox's history that occurred during the console's announcement and subsequent marketing leading up to its release in 2013. In May 2013, Microsoft officially unveiled the Xbox One, the successor to the Xbox 360. The reveal event showcased the console's advanced hardware capabilities, new features such as Kinect integration, and a focus on multimedia entertainment beyond gaming. During the reveal and subsequent Electronic Entertainment Expo presentations, Microsoft announced controversial digital rights management policies for the Xbox One. Initially, Microsoft planned to require the Xbox One to connect to the internet once every 24 hours to function properly. This requirement was intended to enforce digital game licenses and enable features such as cloud saves and digital sharing. Microsoft also planned to implement strict restrictions on the resale and trading of used games. This included limitations on how games could be shared or transferred between users, potentially affecting the second-hand game market. The announcement of these DRM policies sparked immediate and widespread backlash from gamers, media outlets, and industry figures. Many gamers criticized the always-on internet requirement as restrictive and potentially problematic for players with unreliable or no internet access. The used game restrictions also drew ire for limiting consumer rights and the flexibility of physical game ownership. Sony, Microsoft's main competitor with the PlayStation 4, capitalized on the backlash by emphasizing its more consumer-friendly approach to used games and online requirements. This contrast further fueled public opinion against Microsoft's initial policies. In response to the overwhelming negative feedback, Microsoft quickly reversed its DRM policies just weeks after their announcement. They announced that the Xbox One would no longer require an always-on internet connection and would support used games without restrictions similar to the Xbox 360. Next on our list is Cancellation of Scalebound. Cancellation of Scalebound was a significant disappointment for both fans and the gaming industry. Initially announced as an ambitious action RPG developed by Platinum Games exclusively for Xbox One and PC, Scalebound generated considerable excitement due to its promising gameplay mechanics and intriguing premise of controlling a dragon in combat. However, development challenges and reported disagreements between Microsoft and Platinum Games led to delays and uncertainties surrounding the project. Despite efforts to revive interest and address issues such as showcasing gameplay at events like E3, the game ultimately faced cancellation in January 2017. The decision came as a shock to many, sparking disappointment and frustration among fans who had eagerly anticipated its release. The cancellation of Scalebound highlighted the complexities and risks involved in game development, particularly in managing ambitious projects and meeting expectations within the competitive gaming industry. We will now talk about launch issues with Xbox Series X and Series S. The launch of the Xbox Series X and Series S consoles in November 2020 was marred by several technical and logistical issues that affected the initial rollout of these highly anticipated gaming systems. Reports from early adopters and reviewers highlighted various problems, including both models of the Xbox Series X and Series S faced significant supply shortages at launch, leading to frustration among consumers who struggled to secure consoles due to high demand and limited stock availability. Some users reported hardware defects and issues with their new consoles shortly after purchase. Common complaints included overheating, disk drive malfunctions, and system crashes, which affected the overall user experience and raised concerns about product quality control. Lastly, we will discuss Microsoft's E3 2013 presentation. Microsoft's E3 2013 presentation was a pivotal event that generated significant controversy and criticism within the gaming community. During this presentation, Microsoft unveiled the Xbox One console and outlined its vision for the future of gaming and entertainment. However, several aspects of the presentation sparked widespread backlash and negative reactions. Microsoft emphasized the Xbox One's capabilities beyond gaming, promoting its integration with television, live sports, and multimedia entertainment. This strategic shift away from a primary focus on gaming alienated many core gamers who were expecting a stronger emphasis on game titles and innovations in gameplay. DRM and always-on internet requirements. At E3 2013, Microsoft announced controversial digital rights management policies, including an always-on internet requirement and restrictions on used games. These policies were perceived as restrictive and anti-consumer, leading to backlash and criticism from gamers, media outlets, and industry figures alike. The Xbox One was announced with a higher launch price compared to its competitor, the PlayStation 4. Combined with concerns over DRM policies and the focus on multimedia features, this pricing disparity further fueled negative perceptions of the console's value proposition among consumers. As we wrap up our exploration of Xbox's tumultuous journey through gaming history, we've delved into some of the most memorable and often regrettable moments that shaped the console's evolution. From technical disasters to controversial decisions, these 6 more huge Xbox fails remind us of the challenges and lessons learned in the gaming industry. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay tuned for more deep dives into gaming's past and present. Thanks for watching, and until next time, remember to keep gaming.